people? This is your boy Stefan, and we're back with another episode of Football on Demand. Once again, I'm joined by the big boys, Ed and Emmanuel, and we're going to jump straight into it. So the first topic we're going to talk about is John Stones and his resurgence as a player. What are we thinking about John Stones? Ed, open up for me.
I've always said this about Stones. Potential to be one of the best centre-backs in world football. I've always backed it. No, I'm joking. To be fair, when you see him at Everton, you can kind of see why City decided to go out and splurge, the 50 mil on him. For whatever reason, it just didn't seem to work for him at the first, in the first couple of years at City. Whether he wasn't fit enough, he just wasn't in shape. He couldn't string together a good run of games. And Guardiola at one point seems to had enough of him and said, you know what, I need to get rid of this guy. But he's turned it around. And you know what, all credit to him, because that says a lot about him, his personality and his character. That when last season he was getting dropped for Fernandinho, Laporte was injured and they were playing like centre midfielders in defence while he wasn't even on the bench, he was on the stands. So, I have a lot of respect for him. Now, I do accredit a lot of his success this season to being next to Ruben Diaz, who I think is an amazing defender. He's done really well next to him, but fair play. I can't even be mad at it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. With Ed, last year, he was kind of in the doghouse, wasn't he? I don't know why, but maybe he just wasn't performing well when it came to training. He just didn't have his standards up there where Pep wanted to. But this season, it looks like it's coming good. Obviously, you may attribute that to is it Ruben Diaz? Since he's come in the team and Stones have been a partnership together, City have looked very, very solid. Whether he can continue that his success this season remains to be seen. But right now, I think he's doing really good.
Yeah, no, I hear people talking about him being the world's best defender at the minute,
I've not heard that at all.
Bro,
when you're on there, I have not heard that any time.
What? Really?
Best defender in the world right now, yo. People about that. But here's the thing. Here's what I think, and here's what I don't like. How people are saying the resurgence is down to Ruben Diaz. I totally disagree with that, because I've seen Diaz play with Laporte. So and Diaz with Laporte was a horrible partnership because they were conceding goals.
How many games did they play together?
Like about 4, maybe 3 or 4.
Okay.
And Pep decided that wasn't it. Pep decided that wasn't it, and I think Stones has made that position himself. He's made that position his own. He's cut out the little mistakes that he was making, and now he's not making any mistakes. It helps having someone alongside you that isn't making mistakes. But Ruben Diaz and Laporte didn't work. Laporte is injured at the minute, so I think he's coming back to fitness anyway. So it's whether, and I think that's good because it creates a bit of competition around that centre back pairing for them too. Anyway, a bit of pressure behind them. Do I think John Stones will come on? I hope John Stones. If John Stones shows consistency over this next season, he goes to the Euros and he plays in the Euros.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree with that.
Because if he plays, no, go on.
Yeah, let me just interject there with the whole Ruben Diaz thing. You know what? I get what you're saying about Diaz and Laporte not working, but the reason I'm going to sort of pick that statement apart is because Diaz, he's literally just come into the league when he was thrown in there with Laporte, do you know what I mean? So he didn't really have time to settle in. But I think now that he's found his feet, if you put him next to Laporte, I think he'd look good. Don't get twisted. I think Stones has done well regardless anyway. But I'm just thinking, if Stones was that much of a baller, he's been at City, 5 years now?
Yeah.
And why are we only talking about him breaking out this season? He's been touted to be one of the best centre-backs in Europe for forever. And it's only this season we're talking about a resurgence. And I genuinely think that's because when you have someone as confident as Ruben Diaz, because that's what he is really, when you see Ruben Diaz play, the confidence he has on the ball, his positional play and his leadership, I think that's what's been missing at a City backline since Company. And I think that's helped Stones out a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this is the first season we're talking about resurgence. I would say that Stones has gone through periods where he's had great periods, but then he's always had a mistake in him. You've always looked at John Stones and gone, do you know what? He has this one mistake in him. This season, I don't look at John Stones and think that. I think he's matured as a player as well as much as how he operates and thinks.
Has he had great periods though, apart from his Everton days?
I think
at City.
I think hasn't he also struggled with injury as well?
Yeah, he struggled
at his time.
But he's gone through periods where he played really good, and people go, "Oh, this is the John Stones that we expect. This is the John Stones." But then he'll have one game where he does something stupid, and people will be like, "What's he doing? What's he gone?" And I think the only difference is now is that he's had games of consistency, and he's showing that not giving the ball away, not doing the dumb stuff. He's doing the simple stuff good, as well as that he's scoring. He's getting goals.
Yeah,
He's
I think
good.
I think now that he's getting like a run of games, like he's finally shown a bit of consistency. Maybe like before he was like always in and out, like Pep would take him out of the game straight away after a mistake. But now he's like having a run of games. I think like now you're actually seeing him like build up to his potential.
Don't get me wrong. Ruben Diaz, obviously, when having someone next to you that's a great defender definitely helps. That you can trust next to you to actually defend. 100%, it increases you. It makes you good. And they're showing a good centre-back partnership for the season going forward. In terms of that, I think they've conceded the least goals this season so far. I think we'll only see what happens with them, to be fair to you. But like I said, if he continues going the way he goes, he has to go to the Euros and he has to start.
Yeah, and you know what? Go on, Emmanuel.
No, I was just going to say, who do you think at the Euro? I know it's going off a bit off topic, but who starts at the Euros with him if he keeps up his good form?
Well, I'm
for
sorry,
that centre back,
and I'm really sorry to say this, but it has to be Harry Maguire at this minute in time.
Oh my God!
Well, but right now,
to be fair, there's no other outstanding ones that we can name right now. To be fair,
if you're telling me if he goes and carries United even to a second place finish and the quality finish, challenging for titles, and Man United's captain, right now you can't really question.
Bro, I can question him, and I will question him.
Name a better English defender, bro, apart from John Stones, bro.
No, John. Right, so John Stones at this moment in time, I'd flip and take Ben Mee over him. I really would. Yo, I'm being dead serious.
Ben Mee can't
take
the ball, bro. It's
what?
not about defending, bro. England,
bro,
you're talking Euros and just defend, bro.
But you're talking like Maguire's like Beckenbauer or something.
But he can pass the ball better than Ben Mee. Come on, bro. He can pass the ball better than Ben Mee.
Bro,
stop
what's your job as a defender? Your main job is to defend.
Football's not that simple anymore, bro. Because if football,
bro, no. From my defender, you have to do the basics first. Like the same way you always get onto Trent about his defending. As a centre back, you have to defend.
Yeah, but no, but
he can't defend.
That is the basic. Oh.
I don't care if he can hit 60-yard balls. He can't defend.
But right now, what I'm saying to you is our league position says different because clearly we're winning games and we're defending games and we're winning games 1-0 sometimes as well, bro. So it shows different.
But like you said, that's down to Eric Bailly, not Harry Maguire. Let's not get it twisted now.
But this is what I'm saying. It's not going to be Harry Maguire by himself back there, is it?
Wow, you're really pushing for Harry Maguire to be something he's not.
Name. I'm asking you to name me another defender that should be next to John Stones, bro.
Ben Mee. Lewis Dunk.
Are you listening?
We'll just leave it at that before we get off topic. But yeah.
I will say this though. To be fair, it's good that he's coming into form. From an England standpoint, at least that way we're going into the competition with one good centre back.
All right, we'll scoot past that little comment and we'll move on to the next subject. And the next subject is the return of Pogba. Resurgence of Pogba playing. What are we saying about that, Emmanuel? What are we saying?
Obviously, a few weeks ago we came on the show and we kind of slated him, didn't we? All three of us. That didn't age well. I don't know what it is. Like, he's just had that resurgence. Like, I don't know whether it's the pressure on him. All the media was talking bad about him, and he was like, "Let me flip the switch. Let me show these guys that I am still Paul Pogba and I can still play for United." So when it comes to that, I feel like he went out there to prove his doubters wrong. That's what I feel.
The thing is, though, nobody. I don't believe anyone's ever questioned his ability as a player. We've all.
I think it was his commitment.
Yeah, it's not even commitment. We've all questioned his consistency.
Yeah,
that's been the problem. So he has an on game, then he'll have two off, then he'll have an on game and another.
So, are we really saying then? Is he back then? Because what is this? 3 games since we talked about him, probably, let's say.
But to be honest with you, in those 3 games, he has turned up. So it's like, we have to
You have to wait longer.
I have to see a consistent return from Pogba to be like, yeah, Pogba's back. But what I can't deny is the banger he scored the other day, bro. It was a banger, bro. When you're a weak
Great
foot,
finish.
you
Great
can't
finish.
dispute those sort of bangers, you know. And those are the sort of games that Man United are going to need him to turn up. I think Gary Neville said it when he said that, you know what, like in order for Man United to win the league, there are going to be games where him as a player, he's going to have to turn up. It can't all be put on Fernandes, because even Fernandes has gone a bit dry recently. And that's to be expected in some sort of way, because he's been so consistent for United for so long that he needs some help. And this is where the help's coming. What are you saying, Ed?
You know what, with Pogba, my only thing with Pogba at this moment is, why is it taking us like 4, almost 5 years to see this version of Pogba?
I wouldn't say it's taken that long. I think there's like times at period at United where he's gone through this phase, but not for very long.
This is the thing, right, Steph? You could probably attest to this more than any of us here. You like take away these last 3-4 games, right? Could you honestly name me a handful of Pogba good games for United?
No, he's not been that great. But that's the thing. He's lacked consistency. He's not turned up when we want him to. He's turned up every now and again. Sort of turned it on whenever he wants to. Now, the idea is that I don't know whether it's the fact that his contract's coming to an end soon. He's trying to seal that big move, or he's like he sees the position Man United are in and goes, do you know what? Like we can actually challenge. Let me turn up the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes that competition,
you know what?
Changes.
Yeah, I do understand what you're saying. My whole thing with Pogba is I'm still very skeptical about him. I don't really trust him. Like for me, what I get from Pogba is he's always down for a good time, you know, when United are winning. But when the going gets tough, he's making a mess, causing a ruckus, talking about, oh yeah, my dreams play for Real Madrid. Oh well, you know, I still have my home in Italy. Oh yeah, and his agent, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think if you're gonna be committed to the cause, I'm sure is like you can say is this stuff. He splits opinions with United in fan base for United.
In terms of like I think this is the thing. He doesn't split opinion in terms of his ability. I think you'll ask a United fan, they'll know that he has ability. We've seen it, not for United, I would say, but we've seen him on the global stage show his ability. But he splits opinion in terms of when he turns up for United and puts that United shirt on. Some would say he's been all right, whereas some would say he's just not been good enough for what he costs. I'm in the park of, for me personally, he's not been good enough for what we paid for him and what the return has been of recent.
For me, I question, the biggest thing I question about Pogba is his commitment to United. And when he decides, whenever he wants, the scary thing about him is he turns it on and off when he wants to. That's what really worries me. Like I said, when things are not going good for United, he kind of hides away and shadows away. But the moment things are going right, he wants to be center stage. You know what I mean?
Steph,
like right now.
What I was going to say, if you think United are going to win the league, and if they do go on to win the league, do you think he stays or ultimately he just goes? What would his thinking be?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Do
you know what? If he signs another contract, he's what, 28 now?
27, yeah.
27, 28. If he signs another contract and Man United will tie him down to another 4-year deal, that means he will get to Real Madrid. If he wants to get to Real Madrid, they're going to have to either pay the money, big money, or he won't go there until he's like 30, 31, and you're not going to get the.
So you probably think he just goes out on top then? That's what his thinking would be.
I think he leaves. If United win the league, I think he goes. But I think he goes for big money. That's the difference. I think he goes for big money. Whereas I think if we get to the end of the season and we've done nothing amazing, we've not won a trophy, nothing.
Just definitely.
He just leaves, isn't it? Like leaves on something that's pretty big, like 70 mil or something like that. Something, and just goes.
I will say though, with that being said, I did question, you know, how Ollie handled the situation. I kind of like called Ollie a coward. The fact that he was able to come out and disrespect one of the biggest clubs in world football, the way he did with his agent, and then for Ollie to have the audacity to just keep playing him like it was nothing. I did question that, but I mean, looking in hindsight now, it looks like Ollie made the right decision where he's eased him in slightly, and he's obviously seems to be getting the best out of him. So I don't know whether they've had a conversation to say, look, if you're going to leave, fair enough, but give me your best until you leave. Or he just, I don't know.
That was what I said to you though, because the idea is that like everyone talks out in the public, but what happens behind closed doors stays behind closed dours. So we don't know what's said between each other, but everyone can talk. Everyone will have their opinion, and that's the thing. But for me, he's shown up in the last couple of weeks. You just hope he remains consistent in a period where other players are sort of turning down in terms of we've not, like, I don't think Rashford's played great recently. Martial still waiting for a goal. You know, like we've had Bruno
winning very tight games.
Yeah, Bruno's not in the greatest at this current minute. And Greenwood's not scoring currently as well.
He's just benched, didn't he?
Yeah,
in the doghouse for now.
So in that period, it's good for him to stand up and be counted and show that he can lead the team.
To be honest, everything I've ever had to say about Pogba, right now, Man United in a great position. I can't even take that from them. They're looking good in the league. Players are coming, like players have on a good run of form. If Pogba is gonna change my opinion of him being like, you know, up there in the top echelons of players, this period in his Manchester career, in his Man United career, is the most pivotal. He now has to do the job of, you know, carrying this United team to that title.
Yeah, that's what people want to see, the France Pogba.
He's that player.
Yeah, they want to see the France Pogba at United. That's what we want to see. That one that's in dressing room shouting. That one that's up and getting your players going. That's what we want to see. And that's what we want us to lead us into that. Well, that's what we want. Big talent, big money, show what you're worth, sort of thing. You know?
Yeah.
I can't deny it. He's played very well last few weeks. I can't even take that from him. I wonder if he's going to be consistent enough, if his commitment's going to be there to the cause, and if when they go and get tough, if he's going to dig in. And you know, when United are not playing great, if he's going to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and actually take them to that title.
And only time will tell. It's still early. We're still in January. January, but you know, like it's looking okay. We can only go by game, and as Ollie said, take it game by game. But if Pogba does end up winning the Premier League, it wouldn't have been a bad
way to end it, end his career. To be fair,
if Pogba does win the Premier League, we're gonna have to get A&E to Souness's house ASAP.
I'm gonna get any more smoke from Souness, bro. No more smoke, bro. He can't bring it anymore. And even look at Roy Keane for that matter as well, bro. Because Roy Keane be on that smoke.
All his doubters, really. I mean, we've had good reasons. We've had good reasons to doubt him. Here's the question, Emmanuel: would you take Pogba at Arsenal?
Nah, not for his age.
How could you not? I don't believe. I don't know.
I'm actually no. If we have to pay big money for him, like what? I'm not.
For say, so you say Arsenal got offered Pogba for say 70 million, 80 million. Would you not take him?
We could use that on the young players.
You did. You used it on Pepe.
Yeah, obviously, but I'm just saying, obviously, if we have better management of our funds this time, we can get better younger players for the future.
You say this, but you probably go get Zaha.
Let's be real. Anyway, he's not even coming in Arsenal.
They went out and got Pepe, bro, for 72 mil. Yeah. Oh man.
No, you know the reason I asked that question. I'm asking that question because you know when you look at the sort of the big clubs in England at the moment, I'm thinking how many of those teams would Pogba actually, you know, get in, or would he start for?
Pogba walked into Chelsea. Pogba walks into.
Wait, let's think about that. Chelsea have
Chelsea. They've got come off it.
No, no. Yeah, obviously I know they go through a different form, but let's just look at the bigger picture. They got in the midfield. They got Kante, who plays Havertz, who's been and
Kovacic, Mason Mount.
Mason
He
Mount
does get in that midfield.
Yeah, I'll admit he definitely gets there.
He gets in the Arsenal one.
He walks into that
Arsenal
probably.
Tottenham. Who Tottenham got? And Dembele, Sissoko, and Hobby. What's his name? Hobby. Yeah. I'd probably say he walks into that.
You know what? For me, he doesn't walk into the Tottenham one because he doesn't suit the Tottenham style. I don't think Mourinho. I don't think in terms of what Mourinho has in there is a combative builder, and so because when you deep it, Mourinho plays Sissoko and Højbjerg in that middle of the park,
and then Dembele,
in front, and Dembele's in front. Yeah. So it's not. He doesn't suit any of those roles. Where Pogba's been playing at the minute has been perfect for him. Out wide, coming in, out wide on the right, out wide on the left, giving him his freedom.
Yeah.
He doesn't suit that Tottenham style. But in terms of if we're talking about quality of player, then yeah, he walks into that Tottenham team. No
Does he
problem.
get into the City squad?
That's a tough one, you know. Do you know why that's a tough one? Because I actually think he's technically better than Gundogan, but I think he's technically better.
I don't know about that. Technically speaking, Gundogan.
Technically speaking, I think he's better than Gundogan.
That you know what? That's a debate we're gonna have to leave to the fans in the comments. That's a big one.
He's better than Gundogan.
Does he get over KDB? I don't think so personally.
No, he doesn't get. That's what I'm saying. To me, he's technically better than He's technically better than Gundogan. But the style that Man City play, he doesn't fit into that style for me. He holds the ball a bit too long.
Does he get over Rodri?
No, because he doesn't defend like Rodri. Rodri's better at defending. So that base of the midfield, where Rodri sits, is you've got a particular style of midfielder to get into that. I think
that's a really good one. That's a really good one. You know, that's really got me thinking. Gundogan versus Pogba. That's really got me thinking.
I don't know. I think if you did a Twitter poll on that, everyone's gonna pick Pogba. To be fair, I think.
Nah, you know why? Because like when you actually watch Gundogan play, like I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league.
No.
Yeah, he is.
He's so good.
He's quality. But I think technically, if we're just going on players' ability, I think Pogba's got more ability.
Yeah.
I think Pogba can do more.
Gundogan's like that play that just like he just ticks over, like he's very underappreciated. But when game after game, he just like ticks on like a clock. Like.
And that brings us to what? Liverpool? Does he walk into that Liverpool midfield? At the moment, probably, yeah.
Yeah, he walks. He runs into that Liverpool midfield, Joe.
But I mean, like overall, like if everyone's fit and whatever,
yeah.
I don't think he gets in over Fabinho. Definitely not over Fabinho.
He gets in over Wijnaldum.
Oh, nah, not for consistency.
For
Wijnaldum is
right now. It doesn't matter. Have no creative ability, bro. I'm not talking about. We're not talking about current form. We're just talking about like overall as a team and as an asset. As a team, he gets in Wijnaldum for me.
You know what? You know why I say no? Because Wijnaldum is one of the most consistent players in Europe. But that it's a bit like Gundogan. He goes under the radar. He is so underappreciated. But the thing is, he's so consistent and he plays every single game.
But I think he gets in. His quality is better. This is the problem. When you look, even when you strip it back and look at that Liverpool team, bro, that's always been the problem. There's no creativity in the middle, bro.
But it's not that kind of midfield, though. I don't think he gets in over Thiago. I think Thiago's a better player than Pogba.
We're seeing that now, but Thiago's struggling.
I wouldn't say struggling.
But Thiago's struggling, bro.
Every game he's played for Liverpool, he's been like our man of the match. Every game he's played.
I think he's struggling personally. I'm watching him play. And don't get me wrong, yeah, passing 5 yards, back, front, yeah, spraying the balls, but he's not.
He's not that guy that provides the assist like that.
Providing the creativity that Liverpool were hoping he could provide.
You guys look at it wrong. He's not that kind of player though.
So yeah, we know that.
He's the pass before the pass.
But then here's the thing though, because the thing is, his Klopp's idea with a midfield was going to be Fabinho, Henderson, and Thiago. So where was your creativity coming from?
It would have basically, if everything had gone to plan the way we would hope the season, we would have had Fabinho sitting on the base, Henderson on the right, and Thiago on the left.
If Thiago's not there,
it would have came from Thiago, especially because we would have played him high off the pitch, and also Fabinho, because like people don't realize Fabinho is actually a really good passer of the ball. He can spray balls across the pitch like no one's business. But obviously, we're not really playing the way we're playing because of whatever reason. We have two of those midfielders sitting in defence at the moment. So we can't. I don't think we can really judge it by that. But
I think that's always been a problem though for Liverpool, because we've all spoken about it. Everyone's spoken about it. Attacking has never been a problem, but going in the midfield, having someone that can thread a ball has always been a problem. Though.
It's hard to say that though when that midfield you're talking about has won the Champions League and a Premier League and won everything in football. It's hard to say that.
Yeah, but it's all okay. Well, but all right. Before we get into that,
go on, Manny.
We're talking next topics about Liverpool, innit? So.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Let's just finish on Pogba. What do we see? We're just waiting to see the consistency. Well, I'm just waiting to see the consistency.
Yeah.
In terms of, I'm waiting for him to show up consistently.
Yeah, for me,
over the next month.
I'm willing to get off his back and off his case if I can see something in these next couple of months when United are now in this race, which I first said it wasn't in a race, but now they're in a race. If I can see Pogba turn up, drag United game after game, strength after strength, and not hide and shy away, I'll get off his case.
Yeah, I echo all the things that you guys said. Just the consistency. Can we see that from him finally?
Yeah, perfect. All right. Now we move on to our last topic, which is that Liverpool front line and what is going on. Ed, talk to me. What's going on?
Bro, I've just finished watching the game versus Burnley. Oh man, I've never been more depressed in my life. This is, I don't even know what to say to you guys. Like, it's all falling apart. Now I know how Emmanuel feels.
Damn, that hurt.
That was cold and unnecessary, bro. That was cold.
It was. But like, I laughed at you before, Emmanuel, but I want to apologize. We're in this together.
You guys can't score goals.
It's hot. Yo, it's true because the Arsenal had the same problem, didn't they? Yeah. We thought it was, but the weird thing is about this situation.
Good, but
the defense is like, even though the defense has been picked apart, they're doing their job. But it's obviously now the strikers who don't seem to be doing their job, and the midfield is suffering as a result. But I look at it in this way, that because the defense has been impacted, it's taken so much away from the midfield. And the way Liverpool play, we normally press from the back going forward. So our two best pressers off the ball, Fabinho and Henderson. Henderson was even playing, I think he's injured. Fabinho sat in defence, and we're having to do with a makeshift midfield who was not as working as hard to push up high of the field to get the ball to the guys up the field, if that makes sense. So I think that's one of our problems. But at the same time, I really think it's a lack of confidence for these strikers. Mane is obviously, he's going through a bit of a tough patch. There's still obviously quality in there. Salah, what can we say? Like he can turn up, he can turn on whenever, but at the moment he's just going through it. Firmino, boy,
yeah,
Firmino. I backed him in the past, but I think this might, for me, I'm going to say now, this might have to be his final season as Liverpool's leading striker, especially when I see what Jota's done. And I think we are missing Jota as well, you know, having that option of getting him down the middle.
Where is he? Is he still injured at this moment?
Yeah, he's out for a while.
Yeah, I think one of my problems as well is just not getting that production that you used to from the fullback to two fullbacks. That's where I think it's going wrong. Like they
gassed up Trent, bro. They gassed him up, bro.
The last two seasons, him and Andy Robertson were on a tear that just probably couldn't be sustained, and we might be seeing it this season.
Gassed him up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
There's no assists coming from them at all this season compared to the last.
But you know what though, Manny, you say that, but the thing is, Robertson this season has been our player of the year. I think Robertson this season has been sick. The problem at the moment in that defense is Trent. He can't seem to. Today, I saw a stat today after today's match. Out of 22 attempted crosses, only one landed.
Yeah.
Out of 22 crosses, you know. So there's obviously something going on there. Klopp is saying, like, he had COVID and he's suffering from like a long-term effect of COVID. I don't know how true that is. Who knows? But something just doesn't seem right from the play that we've seen for the last 3 years. Something's not right there, and that's something. Whether you drop him and say go take 2 weeks off, just relax a bit. And let's be honest, he's still only young. He's only 21. So, and I think the levels we expect from him at this young age, and I think he's going through at the moment. I think he just needs to be benched. But then we can't really afford to do that because we need to win.
I'm going for Liverpool's neck, bro. They don't want it, bro. They don't listen. They can't challenge, bro. They can't listen. This is what they're turning in. Bro, Liverpool have become Leicester, bro. One season wonders, bro. Where's all these players that were turning up over the last 3 years, bro? Nothing, bro. You're telling me all these men them ain't had chances, bro. Firmino, Mane, bro. We're seeing chances, bro. Chances that they were burying before. They don't want the title, bro. They don't want it. Don't want it, but one season wonders, bro. It's time to split that front line, bro.
Well, so who was that? The pundit that said that? Was it Everett that said they're not a great side because they've not won like 2 or they can't win?
Bro, if you can't win 2 titles, bro. If you can't back up your work, bro. Leicester have won the title, bro. Leicester have won this title, bro. One season wonders, and right now Liverpool are heading that way.
It's hard to say. It's hard to. Are you talking about like a league standpoint that they're one season wonders, or because like
it's probably the league?
Yeah,
you guys have won the Champions League. To be fair to them,
I'm talking about leagues. One season, bro. You won it one season, bro.
And to be fair, let's be honest. This is one of the hardest leagues in the world to retain. Let's be honest. Like,
bro, stop that talk, bro. Stop that talk. Because you were
all right. Okay, so let's.
You were quick to draw for Pep when I said to you, bro, Pep has done that, bro. You was like, I can't rate Pep. I can't rate him because he's done.
You did say that, Ed.
Hey, did he not say that, man?
You did say that, to be fair. It was discussing Pep.
Nah, you know, no. The reason I said that about
Yeah.
Pep was because the reason I said that about Pep is because he had how much money did he have to spend on that team?
I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't.
My thing is, if we want to do a quick test in the Premier League, I bet you the last 10 winners, only probably one side has retained it.
Bro, I don't want to hear it, bro. Because no, Chelsea. I'm sure Mourinho done it.
Nope.
Mourinho has retained. I'm sure Mourinho.
No, he won it and then he got sacked. He won it and he got sacked like next season.
Okay.
I think the only person that's done it, a team done it, that's United, isn't it? Did City win it back to back?
Like 10 plus years.
United have retained the title.
No, I mean like the next season.
In the last 10 years.
Yeah, no, I mean like in the last sort of 10 seasons.
Pep has done it, bro. Pep has done it. And the same man that you will continue to burn, bro. You were like, yeah, I can't rate Pep because he's not won it. But Pep done it. But now you're saying he's a great manager because he's done it, or it's hard to do.
No, I'm just saying the league itself is hard to retain. Fair enough, but the reason why I don't rate Pep for doing it because he's in a situation where it's impossible to fail. But it's not hard to retain a league when you're spending. It's not hard to retain a league when you spend £500 million on defenders.
Bro, Liverpool have gone out and spent money, bro. Why are you acting like Liverpool haven't gone to spend out money, bro?
Well, we've not spent 500 million on defenders, are we? Let's be honest now. Come on, you can't compare, bro. Steph, stop it. You can't compare Liverpool's spending to City spending.
So you're justifying Liverpool's league position or the fact they can't challenge for the title because they've not gone out and spent 500 mil.
No, I'm not. No. What I'm saying is the problem with Liverpool this season, we've had massive injuries. The world can see that because of those injuries, it's affected our style of play. We are two of the three of our starters in midfield play at the back. And I don't think you guys are understanding how that impacts our midfield and the strike force linking up. The wing backs have not been on point. Roberts has still been on his job. Trent, there's obviously something going on there. I really think it's probably just a dip in form. Hopefully we can turn it around. But at the moment in time, I do think the front three is probably time for them to get split up. But I always find it hard to criticize them considering these are the same guys that brought us, the Champions League, the Premier League, the Club World Cup, the Super Cup. Do you know what I mean? So, and I don't know.
You're only judged by your last game, bro. And by the last 5 games, they haven't scored, bro.
They haven't, but also their contribution.
What we
they haven't, but their contribution to this team has warranted them another chance, if that makes sense.
Not for me, no. I think Firmino's the only one. I think it's time for him to finally go.
You're telling me you're happy when your manager comes out, we just won the league last season, but we need to concentrate on qualifying for the Champions League. Yeah,
what it is, I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to take the pressure off the players.
But nobody's falling for that, bro. Nobody's falling for that.
Yeah, but obviously, as a manager, you can always protect your players. That's your job as a manager. He's not going to go in there saying, "I expect more from these players," because he has to protect them. Like he's almost like a father-like figure to them, and he will always take the heat before he lets anyone talk about his players. So it's obviously there's serious issues at the club at the moment in terms of our performances on the pitch. But let's not forget though, we are Liverpool, and at any moment we can decide to turn on a smack a team 7-0. So it is what it is.
Bro, I bet you right now he would have taken those 7 goals spread over 5 games though. I'm thinking right now, bro, would have taken those 7 goals spread over 5 games. Bro.
I'll take it too, bro. Don't worry, I'll take it too.
And here's the question. Here's the thing. And this is the thing. This is a big thing that we're gonna have. Firmino, bro. I told you about this brother about 2 seasons ago, bro. This brother's been living off pure vibes, and you were like, "Nah, we know what he does." Oh, Firmino, bro, he's been living off pure vibes, bro. Pure vibes, and now people are starting to recognize, bro. There was a point you said he was the best number 9 in the world, bro. He's never been that, bro. Can we appreciate, bro? He's never been that, bro. He's been carried by Mane Salah. He's been carried.
Oh, I don't know about that. I hear a lot of hate for someone that's won everything in football.
Yeah, bro, he can win everything. He is never gonna be the best number 9 in football, bro. He was never and never will be, bro. That is my finish. That is my ending, my closing argument on Firmino, bro, in Liverpool. What we said about the front line then? Broken up? Is that what we need?
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time.
It might be a time for a change of things, isn't it?
Okay. One final question. We've got a couple minutes left. One final question in terms of that. Who do Liverpool bring in then?
For me, I would take Mbappe or Haaland.
Do they want to go there though? That's the thing.
I think Haaland will probably want to come to Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't think Mbappe he really wants to go Real Madrid, innit? That's his dream.
Like I think if I don't know. I think with Mbappe, it's obviously like a stretch. You know what I mean? But my ideal striker would be Mbappe, and I know it sounds crazy, but apparently we're at Liverpool aiming for a surprise this summer. Apparently the board about to do a madness.
We'll see.
But then they say this every year, so who knows?
All right. Well, yeah, I think it's time for them to be broke up as well. But I don't know who they bring in. I think they missed a trick with Werner. Obviously, he's not doing great, but I think he'd do better in Liverpool.
What? Werner?
I think he would have done better in Liverpool's team than he would have done in he's done it in Chelsea. I think Chelsea have too many new players, but that's another week. That's another topic for another week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna leave it there. Call it a day. Good discussion again. Let us know what you think in the comments, people. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe, and again, join us next week for another interesting discussion. All right. Peace out, people.